channel. My name is Kevin J. Moore. The channel is Ptertain TV. That's what it is. Ptertain TV. That's the channel you're currently tuned into. Now, the reason for this video is I want to be the first in a series of videos dealing with the subject of how to get a relationship, how to get a woman, how to get a woman. Now, a lot of you guys out there, you might be single and you're worrying about how to get a girlfriend or something because you're sort of desperate really, and you're thinking, how can I get a girlfriend? Well, I'm going to tell you the answer. How to get a woman. How to get a woman. What is the answer to that question? The question, how to get a woman. How to get a woman interested in you. How to get a woman interested in you. So interested, in fact, that she wants to date you. How do you? There is an answer to that question. And I'm going to provide the answer because it's very important. It could be life-changing for you, really, if you follow this guidance I'm going to give you. It will help you to improve your prospects of meeting the right woman. Now, of course, it's just general advice that you might be able to implement in your life. And it might help you to improve things. You never know, you might see an improvement when you take on the advice I'm giving you about how to get a woman. Now, the first thing, this is very important. It's been said before. I know other people have said the same thing, and I'm going to say people other than me have said the same thing, but it's true. You heard people say it before. I don't know. It's true though what I'm going to say now. The first thing you have to do is improve yourself. Now, what do I mean by that when I say improve yourself? Well, you have to start work on yourself, really. You have to start working on yourself. Simple things. What I'm going to say, some of the things I'm going to say is so simple, and yet people don't always do them. You'd think everybody does it, but not everybody does. I'll give you an example. I won't mention names, of course, but I was near this young man that was in my vicinity in a public place. And you know, the young man, his appearance wasn't that bad in terms of the way he looked, but I could smell BO on him. BO, you know, body odor. Now that's a turn off, isn't it? Now imagine if I could smell the BO from that person. The person probably didn't have a wash perhaps the night before when he went to bed, and maybe didn't wash in the morning. I don't know his circumstances. But what I do know is that I could smell the BO coming from him. So personal hygiene is an important one, isn't it? An important factor in you getting home. See, the modern woman today, the modern woman of today, the 2023, they've got very high standards in terms of what they want in a man. And I'm sure most women would agree with me, most women that are watching this. Would you like to get to know a man who doesn't look after his personal hygiene? Would you be interested in a man who smelled of sweat and he didn't wash himself properly? Now, of course, if you've been running, you've gone running, for example, which is, I recommend strongly, go running, look after your body physically. If you go running, you're going to sweat out. Go to the gym, you're going to sweat, of course. But after you've gone to the gym, or after you've come from running, what do? Well, what you should do is have a shower. So you look after your body by having a regular shower. Now it might seem like a silly thing to say. You think, what is Kevin James Moore talking about? Obviously having a shower is good. But we know it's good, but not everyone does it regularly, do they? And of course, even brushing your teeth, you look after your teeth. If your teeth are mashed up, go and see the dentist, speak to the dentist, get help. The dentist will advise you, and they can do things like get caps, whatever. Look after your teeth. Look after your hygiene. And that's one of the first steps to you being able to get one. Personal hygiene. Now I touched on it before, but I mentioned going to the gym or going for a run if you don't want to spend monthly payments on a gym. But just looking after yourself, physically, looking after yourself, making sure you're healthy. Because if you're looking after your body, going running and doing things like that, you're going to feel much better if you just sit down watching television or watching porn on the internet. You're going to feel better if you are out there on the road looking after yourself. Perhaps get someone, a friend or somebody else, to go with you. And then that mental strength will develop because of your physical effort in trying to improve yourself. The mental strength will develop, and this is all leading to that road of getting a woman. Like I said, it does start with yourself. If you're a little wimp and you just sat there all day, you know, you're not doing anything, but you're wondering why you're in that situation, well, it's not going to help, is it? It's not going to help you, not going to help anybody else. So you do need to get to the mentality of looking after yourself, improving yourself, because then there's more chance of you getting into a relationship with somebody. Okay? So that's the groundwork, really has to be laid, doesn't it? The groundwork for the accomplishment. If you notice, when a building is being built, what is the first thing that is laid when a building is being built? The foundation, of course. The foundation of the building is laid. Concrete and all that, and all the different things they put in it, the metal to keep strength of the concrete and everything around, because the foundation has to be solid. The foundation has to be solid, doesn't it? So it can hold the weight of the building. But what is your foundation? Is your foundation smelling of sweat? Is your foundation not washing yourself properly? Is your foundation not brushing your teeth? You know what I mean? Your teeth need to be brushed. Look after yourself. That is a good foundation. And that is the way that you will be able to get a woman. Now, the other thing that I need to bring out in this subject about how to get a woman or woman attracted to you is you have to remember we're living in 2023 now, not 1960. So the modern day women are very demanding in comparison to the women in the past. Women in the past were not as demanding as the women in the modern age. And the women in the past didn't have as much freedom, generally speaking, than the women in the modern age. Women in the modern age, they've got a lot of freedom compared to what had gone in the past, and the freedom that they've got is expanding all the time. So many women, I've heard women say this, I've heard women say, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I've got my own job, I provide for myself. I don't need a man, that's what they say. So women in the modern age, like women do say, they don't need a man. And that's the attitude you're going to have to contend with. that is an attitude you are going to have to contend with. Many women don't feel the need in that. But what they really mean is, they don't need a man because they've got their own finances, they've got their own money. Women that are like that, because not all women are like that. Some will say other things, but some women do say, I don't need a man. And they say it because they've got money, good money in the bank, and they've got money coming in every month from a good job or whatever they've got, what the career they've got. So you have to approach in a 2023, 2024 mentality, not in the 1970s or 1960s mentality or 1950s. Because if you approach from the old school mentality from the past, your approach will be quickly shot down. So you have to have respect for women. You really do have to have respect for women. If you don't respect women, well, you'll only harm yourself. So it's very important to show that respect to women, and that way you're going to be more attractive to women. But if you disrespect women, well, of course, they're not going to be like you are really, because they're going to think you are an idiot. So remember, modern age, modern women today, they don't just accept anything. They want to be treated with respect, and they want to be approached in that manner. So how can you do it then? How can you approach a modern woman and try and initiate some kind of relationship? How can you do it? It's not as difficult as you think, because there's certain things that go on in our heads, and we can think about things, can't we, in our brains? We can think about things, we can analyse things. And if you think about it, right, if you find a woman attractive, you think, oh, she's lovely. But you go up to her and in the back of your mind, if you're saying in the back of your mind, oh, she's lovely, look at her, oh, she's lovely, oh, she's amazing, she's hot. If you have that approach, you won't be successful. And let me say it again. You see a woman that you think she's hot, oh, she's hot, look at her. No, that's when you objectify, oh, all this. Oh, look at her, she's amazing, oh, she's gorgeous, look at her. If you have that approach, oh, look at that, oh, look at her, look at her, look at her. If you have that approach, you won't get her. Oh, look at, she's beautiful, look at, oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful, I don't know what to say, she's beautiful. If you have that approach, you see a nice looking woman that you like, you're not going to get anywhere. Now, in the next video, this is the end of this one, I'm going to explain to you a bit more about the subject, how to get women, and I'm going to help you to see that just because a woman is beautiful to you, you know the word, beauty in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? So you see a woman that you think is beautiful, I'm going to help you to see how you can approach somebody like that the correct way. But I'm going to give you a clue. If you're thinking in your mind, oh, she's beautiful, oh, she's beautiful, oh, she's amazing, oh, that is not going to work when you approach the woman. So the next video, it's going to explain a bit more, expand on that issue there. Oh, she's beautiful, oh, she's gorgeous, oh, look at her, she's gorgeous, oh, look at her, she's hot. I'm going to expand on it to help you to understand what you need to do in that situation and how you can prepare for that situation. Because I think you need help on that, don't you, really? Because, you know, you need help on that situation, don't you? There's lots of, I see it. I was at a carnival recently. You see women that you like, you know what I mean, look at. But the thing is that if you're doing all that, it's not going to get the woman for you. It's not going to work. So watch the next video in this series, part 2, and then you can get more information about how you should react when you approach somebody, a woman that you think is really attractive. How would you approach, so you see, just, you know what I mean? how would you approach in that situation? Watch the next video in this series and you'll find out the answer to that. So it's part 1, we've just finished part 1 now. This next one is part 2 in this series. It's going to be a 3-part series. Thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate your support in my channel. Remember to subscribe and like, because that's important, isn't it? Just subscribe to the channel and like the channel, because it's very important. You want it to grow, you want it to grow. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day. Look forward to seeing you in part 2.